Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We are focusing today on James Degale versus Caleb Truax, the rematch. And some interesting news has come out of boxing news. Apparently, James Degale has hired Paulie Malingaggi, the former two-time world champion, and now turned pundit for Showtime, and occasionally does some work for Sky Sports as well. James Degale has decided to bring him on board in a hope that he can help him win the title back off Caleb Truax. Now, if you go back and listen to my videos talking about James Degale is one of my favorite UK fighters. However, there was some shortcomings with James Degale. I felt he relied a lot on his amateur pedigree. I didn't feel that Jimmy McDonnell had progressed him as a fighter. I felt that he needed a little bit more help technically. He was taking way too many punches for a guy as skilled as Degale, and still didn't learn how to throw punches effectively. A lot of slapping and not knowing technically, instead of learning how to get on the fight properly on the inside, Degale often would come in on the inside, fighting on the inside, and getting caught with punches unnecessarily, laying on the ropes unnecessarily, and just taking too many punches. I had concerns about this for a while for James Degale. I said it would be nice to see him in the gym working with someone like a Roger Mayweather or Floyd Mayweather Sr., who pay attention to defense and offense, even a Virgil Hunter. The fight against Badou Jack, where he got dropped and lost his front teeth, I said to myself, you know what? James Degale has to make adjustments or he's going to be in serious trouble. Didn't matter. Caleb Truax came along, did the interview with Caleb Truax, and I said that James Degale is there for the taking. And what happened on the night? Caleb Truax came through and he beat James Degale, and almost at one point knocked James Degale out. Now they're going to have the rematch in America, and I think it's too little too late for James Degale. I think he is past his best, and that's a big statement to make. He's past his best. He's very shop-worn, James Degale. Hard fight after hard fight after hard fight. Taking too many punches, sitting on ropes, absorbing too much punishment, and that takes its toll. And that Badou Jack, I think, took the soul out of James Degale, to be honest. Plus, Degale's had injuries, and I think he rushed back to fight on that bill on Box Nation, personally. And when talking to Jimmy Mack, I could tell there was a problem there with James Degale, and things weren't completely right there. But Jimmy Mack says he's going to come back better than ever. I don't see it somehow. I think we'll see the similar James Degale, and this time I think Caleb Truax will go one step further and actually knock James Degale out, because I just don't see how James Degale is going to change his style. I think he'll struggle with Caleb Truax's style anyway, but I think now it's even worse because I think he's regressed, and now he's getting Paulie Malingaggi in, who may be a fantastic TV pundit, and he may be a good boxer, but that doesn't make him a world-class coach. There's so many top-class boxing coaches out there. Why is he enlisted the help of Malingaggi? I'm not saying Malingaggi is not a good coach. I don't know about Malingaggi's coaching background, but in a fight that you need to turn it around and win the title, why would you go to Paulie Malingaggi? Why? Because he says some good things on TV? That doesn't make him a top-class coach. He obviously can see the game, but actually seeing the game, reading the game, working with a fighter, and he's having to work with James Degale. And is James Degale prepared to listen to him? And for how long is Degale prepared to listen to him? So there's lots of things that I look at with this particular situation with James Degale and Truax, and it doesn't bode well. Doesn't bode well. And what style is Malingaggi going to try and put into James Degale? To me, it looks really desperate, really, really desperate that you have to go to Paulie Malingaggi to get tutelage. If you'd gone and got and how's that going to work inside camp with him and Jim McDonnell? Because that now basically Degale sending a message to his trainer, you know what? I don't really trust you. I don't believe you. I don't think you're good enough. So there's going to be, how is that camp going to run? You know, and Paulie Malingaggi, how much adjustment can you make him? I mean, if Paulie Malingaggi was taking him over, you know, 6-8 fights, yeah, maybe then I can understand what they're trying to do. But to bring Paulie Malingaggi in for one fight, really? I just don't see it working out. I just don't see it's going to do well. And all those fights Degale's had, it's catching up with him. To me, I think Degale is the other side of his career. I'm the word shot is coming through my mind, but I just don't see what he has to offer. He left, and he was one of my favorite fighters. And remember, I was saying he was the best super middleweight in the world until he fought Badou Jack. And I thought he was going to go on to beat Badou Jack. But again, a guy who was physically bigger, stronger than Degale, took too much punishment from Badou Jack. And you've seen Badou Jack now go on further, move up the weights, beat up Nathan Cleverly. You know, now go on and potentially could become light heavyweight champion of the world. Another fighter that I like very much, Badou Jack, who actually think is going to go on and beat Adonis Stevenson as well. So, you know, I don't know what technical adjustments Degale can make. And I just think he might be too long in the tooth doing things his own way. I really do. I really do. But we'll have to wait and see. We look forward to talking to Caleb Truax again on the channel. Caleb Truax last spoke to us on BWTN Sports moments after Chris Eubank lost his fight to George Groves, and he called in after on our live show and spoke about, he told Chris Eubank to get in line, and he looks forward to fighting James Degale in a rematch. I think we're going to see an even better Caleb Truax in the rematch. I think we're going to see just the same James Degale. I just can't see how many adjustments can be made between now and fight time. I really don't. Yeah, he might move a little bit more, but he's still taking a whole heap of punches. And there was no way in that fight that James Degale showed he could knock out Caleb Truax. But there were moments in that fight where Caleb Truax showed he not only could hit Degale, he looked like he could hurt Degale. And this time round, I believe that if Degale's hurt, I believe Truax is going to go in and stop running and try and stop the fight. And plus, it's in America as well. It gives Truax a great opportunity. So there it is. Those are my thoughts. I look forward to hearing what you've got to say. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments. And as always, we appreciate you. This is BWTM Sports. I'm Ingram Jones. See you soon.